The US is stepping up. It's just not happening fast enough. So already 20 US states have legal obligations to go 100% renewables by a certain date. And I think 31 states have some form of renewables performance standards. So there's a lot going on under the bonnet, so to speak, but the federal government must do far more. And I think, look, the other big issue that's not perhaps as often talked about is Asia, because other than Indonesia, Malaysia, and Australia, every country in Asia is highly energy dependent, imports coal, oil, gas, or all three, is facing lots of volatility in terms of supply, competition from the Europeans to get their hands on that supply, and potentially far higher electricity prices for its citizens and consumers. And that is also another very big issue in the background where policymakers must be struggling with what to do. But again, the answer is always the same.
Yeah, and that makes me wonder, what about the situation in Europe? Assaad, good morning. Tanveer joining in this conversation. Obviously, looking through your notes where you're talking about more than 20% of EU's total energy is from fossil fuels, 40% of which comes from Russia. So obviously, not much has been done. You're saying that the US is moving, but not fast enough. What about Europe?
Europe is also moving, but not fast enough. And the interesting thing about Europe is that it's now extremely clear that it could have, even a year ago, moved fast enough, faster, much, much faster. Because if Germany can literally overnight bring its renewable energy goal forward 15 years, well, surely it could have done that a year or two ago. And the same goes pretty much for every EU country. And I think what you'll see is a very vast mobilization to significantly increase renewables deployment. And the momentum for that is now in place. But it's just an incredible pity that they have not done that 2, 3, 4 years ago, because they could have, in which case we would not have found ourselves with this type of volatility in the gas and oil markets.